I mean, this is the fourth time, and I have to say that, I'm basically not going to probably do it again.
Where are you from?
Israel.
We are from Poland.
Poland. Cześć.
Cześć!
Dzień dobry.
Dzień dobry.
Everybody is focused on their phone, and I guess they're looking to see how far they got to walk and all this sort of thing. And back, when I was doing it the first time, I had a piece of paper that said, okay, I got to go from here to there, and it's about 25K. Even myself, I can feel the difference by having a cell phone now, right? Because I spend more time thinking about how much more is it before I get to this place.
As you draw closer to Sarria, the final stretch before the Camino, a strange curiosity begins to rise with you. After weeks of walking alone with your thoughts, you suddenly start to feel a deep need to connect with something greater than yourself. People around you begin to talk more and more often. You sense the approaching end of your journey, and with it comes a new dimension. Every step forward carries both anticipation and quiet reverence, as if the path itself is guiding you into something large, something beyond the horizon of your own mind.
Oh, beautiful, obviously.
Hi, welcome.
Over half of the people walking the Camino carry some religious or spiritual motivation. You met all kinds of pilgrims, some seeking faith, others a kind of substitute for it, a touch of meditation, or just a moment of inner peace. Like the time I ended up at the sanctuary of a Jewish oasis owner who kindly let me explore his mandala-filled space. Sounds mystical, right? Well, halfway through, Viola had to dash off to the bathroom, leaving me alone with a circle of stones, beads, and colorful pebbles. There I was trying to find enlightenment while quietly wondering if maybe the stones were judging me. A meditative moment, yes, but also a test of patience, balance, and my sense of humor. And somehow, even with a half-empty spiritual circle and a dash to the bathroom, it felt magical.
I don't have any religious reasons to go, no. But I do have an emotional interaction with that, so it's not that I'm sneering at it, it's just that I'm not a religious person, but it's still an emotional type of interaction with a priest. I mean, religion has played a different role in the past, and it has placed much less role today, I think, than it has in the past.
Hola.
Hola, ¿hay sello?
Bienvenido, sí.
Vamos a comprar algo. Vamos a comprar. Ay, mira.
Welcome.
I live in Ottawa, and we have a newspaper called the Ottawa Citizen. It's a different newspaper today, but in those days there was a reporter that was doing the Camino, and every Saturday he had this big spread of what's going on in his life on the Camino. So I was reading this every Saturday, and I said to myself, this was 2001, so I said to myself, you know what, I got to do that sometime. And so I kept thinking about it. He basically came back and his story ended. But I thought, I got to do that sometime. So it took me 7 years to do it, to get where I wanted to go. So in 2008, I got on a plane and I came over to Saint-Jean-Pied-de-Port in the French side of the Pyrenees, and a day later, I started walking. Well, I was mesmerized by his story. It was just a fantastic story. I was younger than today, and I went over the Pyrenees and walked down the other side, and checked into the hostel, And the hostel was actually 100 bed place. You know, so you had 3 stacks of what do you call those things? You know, bed. You know, beds. You know, 3, not just 2 stacks, but 3 stacks of beds. And you know, you pick one. You pay your little dues. You pick one. You do the laundry. You hang it out on a string. And you know, I had to wait for hours to be able to take a shower because there's only 2 showers.
So the accommodation condition has been changed?
Oh, it's like
Yes.
dramatically. This is like, this is not. This is like you wouldn't never find that in those days. This kind of thing. So it's you know, it was quite challenging. But you know, I mean, I didn't have any preconceived notion of how it should be. I have no idea what it should be. There was never a crowd of people, and everybody did the same thing I was doing. They had a backpack, and they stopped for a beer when you had to stop for a beer, you know, and then stopped to sleep somewhere and did their laundry, and yeah, it was a simple sort of thing. That also, I mean, nowadays there's a lot more sort of tourism thing involved. You know, people get on a bus and they get transported and dropped off in a hotel, and then the next morning they get on they start walking, and then the bus picks them up again and brings them back to a hotel, and all this sort. It's all sort of managed, and that didn't happen when I was 15 years ago. Yeah, and I don't know what it's going to be like in 10 years from now. I mean, I'm not going to be doing it. No, I'm not doing it. But it's just going to be more of the same. You know, more technology involved. You know. But you know, that's the way life is these days. You know,
After more than 2 weeks of walking, we reached Sarria. We decided to meet briefly with our Camino friends, and aware that the experience awaiting us the next day will be completely unexpected.
So how do you feel after this many days of walking and on the eve of being reunited with your
Yes,
husband?
I'm very excited to take something more.
Tell us about your feeling.
I've told them that I've met nice people in the beginning, the nicest friends from the life. But after 10 days or 7 days or what, I can't remember. I think again, I just need to leave them behind or go behind.
This is what we had exactly
If
the
you
same.
want to cry or you want to do your own thing, there's always someone in there. It's not the right. That's not why I was coming to do it. But to be on your own for 15 days or 20, that's hard. You know, I love it. You can do your own thing, but sometimes you want someone to you can tell them that this is nice or that you want to share moments.
Yeah, it's hard to have that right mix, right? Of like solitude and like still showing. It's cool. Yeah, haven't done it by myself yet. Only with my parents. Maybe the next time.
Yeah, this is definitely a mix of emotion, you know. Sometimes you want to be with someone, another day you want to be alone. Yeah.
I think it's also an interesting lesson in learning how to walk with someone and not talk to them. You know?
It's funny how the things happen, you know. You're there somewhere and then you meet somebody, and then you wonder, you know, how it happened, you know, why.
Yeah.
It just.
The next episode drops next week. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, give us a thumb up, and follow along for more moments from the Camino de Santiago.